The farm, probably one of the most important towers in the tower defense genre, is absolutely useless in TDX. But how could this be the case though? The farm is the tower that you invest your money in and will return profits over time, allowing you to buy expensive towers. Because of this, and especially if you're a TB player, you would know that the farm is an essential tower that should be used in almost every loadout, especially for PvP. So why is it that in TDX, the farm is, well, useless? It must work in the same as TB and TDS, right? And well, it kinda does. You place it and get money, but there's just a few problems. First of all, you don't instantly receive your farm money when a new wave begins. You have to wait many seconds for some stupid ass airdrop to receive your money. Why would the developers design the farm like this? Is it too overpowered to instantly receive your money to upgrade your defenses for the wave? Or are the developers trying to encourage you to upgrade your defenses to be ready for one wave ahead? Whatever the reason is, I absolutely hate this design choice. It is just plain annoying and unfun. Now on to the next issue with the farm. In TDS and tower battles, you get the wave bonus before the wave ends, allowing you to use that money to upgrade your farms so you can receive more juicy farm money. But in TDX, it's the opposite. You get the wave bonus after the wave ends. So you can't use your wave cash to get more juicy farm money until the next wave after, making farm even more of a pain in the ass to use if it wasn't a pain in the ass already. Why did the developers design it this way? Is the wave bonus too overpowered? Well, to be honest, I don't have a clue, but I'm hoping someone could give me an answer. Now, let's move on to the actual stats of the farm. I mean, surely the farm must give a good amount of money, right? Well, let's just say, not really. If we compare the TDX farms and towers with the ones in tower battles, it seems that TDX made their towers more cost efficient, but made their farms less cost efficient. In other words, the value of farming has decreased. If we look at the bomb pad, you can see it's balanced where each consecutively higher level farm is less cost efficient. How wonderful! Then the most effective way of bomb pad farming is just spamming level 0s and upgrading each farm one by one to level 1, then 2, and blah 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 blah. Because each level of the bomb path farm is worse than the last, it's caused a pretty cool problem where every non-endless strategy only uses a 1-0 farm. So way to go for designing a tower that has the same amount of depth as the Patrioteer. Now, as for the actual money given, it's simply just not enough. 2.5 farm only gives 3.5k per wave, which guess what, is just too little. If I got 10 2.5 farms at wave 25 of Expert, it would only amount to 520,000, which is a fraction of your defense's cost. That isn't gonna even buy you more than one 5.2 helicopter. Top path on the other hand can get me approximately 1 million, which is a lot better than the bomb path, but that was in an extremely optimal situation, on a brainlessly easy map, and I was using Gmob, who was the one carrying my economy like crazy. Realistically, it would be far harder to achieve this, thanks to the fact that farms take so long to pay itself back. It makes investing in farms incredibly difficult when you need defense, and besides, no one's gonna use Gmob with farm unless there's some weird YouTuber making a video. And probably the biggest killer is that the enemies and wave bonuses themselves provide all the cash I need, so farm is just completely unnecessary. Now imagine this problem in modes like Elite and Intermediate where there are less waves, and yes, less waves mean less cash, making farm even more worse depending on how many waves the mode has. So in summary, farm just lacks the stats. But why is this the case? Well, I think it's because it barely received any balance changes since release. Back in 2023, the numbers were smaller, the bosses had less HP, the towers were cheaper. Fast forward 2 years with new expensive towers, modes, reworks, stronger bosses, and now severe power creep has outpaced the farm's stats. I mean, look at the Nightmare mode. Do you know how much money you're gonna need? Farm is not coming anywhere close to covering that. And since we're on the topic of power creep, let's move on to my last point. And that point is Golden Mobster. I mean, what is the role of Golden Mobster? He's supposed to be a shooting farm, right? He compresses the role of 2 towers into one, saving you a tower slot. Based on this logic, the Golden Mobster should be worse than other early game units at early defense, and worse than the farm at eco, right? Well, the first part is true, and the second part is a big ass hoax. This tower makes so much money even at the early levels. Place a bunch of 0-2s down and he'll make back his cost twice over a few waves later. On average, I find that the Golden Mobster takes less waves than the farm to pay itself back based on how many enemies it's been shooting, which is just super stupid because it just makes it completely superior to the farm in all aspects. Now, ignoring the top half of Golden Mobster that nobody uses except for Ultra mode, The bomb path of Golden Mobster provides even more money than I ever thought imaginable. Each level increases the money it makes by insane amounts, and it will pay itself back within a few waves so easily. It only has to reload 3 times and it already makes more than a 5-2 farm in a single wave. And let's just talk about the bounty. Just reasonably use it on any beefy enemy and you're gonna make so much off of this. If you use the bounty ability once or twice, it will already outperform how much money a 5-2 farm can produce in a single game. I mean, not only is the Gmob already a decent source of damage output, but I wouldn't be lying if I'd say that 1 max Gmob out-ecos 10 2-5 farms. In fact, I could probably just say 1 Gmob outperforms 10 5-2 farms. Oh, and why don't I just add on to the fact that it gives you cash back whenever a tower dies, which will probably net you more cash than the farm as well. I mean, if we just stacked all the qualities of Gmob and farm together, notice how Gmob just has 0 downsides. So is it good to make the farm this useless? Did the devs want to avoid a forced farm meta? But farming is the main form of skill expression in tower battles for a reason, and it's the default way of playing the game. It's not like playing farmless is impossible. There are strategies made where being survival without farm is viable, but farmless is meant to be a niche at the end of the day. If farmless was meta, then imagine how boring the game would be. TDX on the other hand manages not to be that kind of boring even with a farmless meta, thanks to requiring lots of micro and having damage types. But in terms of how much strategy is needed, tower battles just solos because of the farm. Farming is a strategical skill. In TB, pros and noobs are separated based on how good they manage their eco. Most notably in PvP where having 1 more level for farm than your opponent can make a substantial difference. TDX just isn't like that, but I'm not saying TDX has no skill. It's got more of that than TDS. But sadly, the way farming is right now is just horrible. What's the plan for farming in the future? Especially if TDX finally gets around to working on PvP, which better not be a repeat of last summer. Anyways, that's all for now. I'm Super Z and thanks for watching.